so thankful sa ating Panginoon sa Tagalog. So, kasi yung as a testimony, after I graduated in WPMTC last 2004, I graduated in year 2004. After I graduated that year, I went back to my home church in Cagayan de Oro, and I worked with my pastor as a youth pastor at the same time in a children's ministry. So for 2 years, I worked with him. Then we do some feeding program for the children and for the youth also. And after 2 years, 2007, I got married with my husband, and we are in other denominations, so I leave my home church. So he came from Surigao del Norte, so he's the father is the founder of the church. So we have 9 churches in Surigao. Then so he is the one who associates his father as a chairman and as of their organization of the churches. So we opened, we have an outreach in Cagayan. That's why we meet when we have their visitor from other countries. Then they invite me to be their praise and worship leader that time. That's why we meet each other. And then after that, when we get married, we support his father in the ministry. We go and forth from Cagayan de Oro to Surigao to support the churches there. And afterwards, and when we have our baby, so he worked in the company, and I'm the one who supported the church where we have an outreach in Cagayan de Oro. Then after that, his father always asked my husband to stop working to have full-time ministry. Sometimes as a wife, sometimes I have a fear sometimes I question how can we survive without his work. But he said we will just trust in God and we will try to focus and to have a full-time ministry. Then after 2 years, we decided to full-time in the ministry. So his father wanted him to be in the outreach of his father where he associated. Then, but we decided to open another area beside in Cagayan de Oro in Spanish Oriental. So we decided to have our own outreach with my husband, and then by the grace of God, we started with the feeding of the children, and sometimes because we don't have anyone who help us, so that's why we're just two of us who help each other. Sometimes when we do feeding, he carried our baby while doing cooking for the food for the kids, and I'm the one who teach the kids. So that's but God, I never remembered that one time God never there are times that sometimes that there are what we call it. Sometimes there are I think some things lack or not enough, but we just pray and blessings come. And we didn't expect some blessings that people use some other people just to meet our needs. So we're so thankful. Until now, for 3 years, we have now 20 families in our church, and we have 50 children in our feeding. At the same time, God will provide also. We have our friend, and He promised for 3 years now, He is sponsoring our kids with education, with fare, with school supplies, and that's our prayers also when we started to feed the children. And my husband and I were always praying that God will use us as a channel of blessing to the children, because we saw what we need. We saw that sometimes we ask them, why you don't go to school? And they just answered that we don't have a paper, we don't have a notebook, we don't have any school supplies to go to school. That's why that's our prayer, and God answered it. And for 3 years, the kids they have the courage to study, because every time we have our feeding program, we tell them not to forget to thank God whatever in everything that He has. So we're so thankful that God never forsake or never leave us, or He is very faithful. He is very faithful in our life. Even now, even in our what we call it? Gusto yata so we are so thankful, and every Sunday we have new members in our church. So to God be the glory.